Zoom concert. But just in case, there are some things I'd like to tell you about before we get started. If you go to the bottom of the screen, you'll see in the participants area, you can click on where the little people are, and you'll see we've got, over 50 people already. And if you click on that button, there's some little emojis, and down the bottom, there is a little blue hand. It's like raising your hand. And what I'd like to ask, since the great thing about Zoom is that it's interactive, we would like to have a few audience members participate by being unmuted for a while. Now that means you have to be in a very quiet place, no loud lawnmowers, air conditionings, munching on chips, rustling fabric, or whatever. You have to be pretty quiet to be unmuted so that the music sounds good. But I do want a few brave souls. Let's get maybe half a dozen at least of you to put that little blue hand up, and then I will unmute you. And during the show, if something comes up, you can mute yourself, or don't be offended if I have to mute you if I hear extraneous noise, because it does happen. Also, if you could, please show your faces so that the musicians can see you're smiling. You can at least wave your hands, thumbs up, and send out hugs and kisses and all of that. In the last 2 weeks, a lot of people just had the little black screen and there was nothing there but the name. It doesn't make it as much fun. So next week, if you come back and all you have is a name, at least put a picture up there so everyone can see you. So those are just some of the tips. There is a chat box down there. We'd love to hear where you're from, how you heard about the series, make some comments either to everyone, or you can choose who you want to comment to. I will be also posting the links for the PayPal pool, which is a little tongue tie, that goes to all the artists for the series, and also their individual links too, so that you can choose to go to their merch table and give them an extra tip. So if you have any thoughts or whatever, you can message me. But let's see if you blue hands have a few brave people who would like to be our audience tonight. And thank you so much for coming. Have a great time and come and see us again. Now back to Bruce.
Thanks, Louise. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, we're back to the races. I beg your pardon. Anyway, thanks, Louise, for that great introduction. Third time's a charm, right? All right. So each of our artists this evening, we have 5 different acts. We'll have 20 minutes. I'll do a brief introduction, a brief bio, and then they will perform for 20 minutes. And then we'll applaud and get on to the next artist. Periodically, you'll see a reminder of the web pages that can be seen in the chat area. You can check their website out of the artist. You can go to their PayPal pool and contribute to them. Again, the PayPal pool will go to all the artists and be divided equally. Anything that you donate to them directly to their own personal PayPal pool is theirs. So that's the deal. I want to thank you once again for supporting live music, for coming together in a safe and healthy environment and supporting artists and being with them. One of the things that we have heard repeatedly from these Zoom conferences, and again, this is the third one we've done, so the previous 2, the artist said, this is the first time I heard human clapping in 4 months. So we're providing something back to them as well. Now, some of the highlights of the show on July 21st will be Beth Snap. She's a singer-songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee. Austin McRae, I believe, comes from upstate New York in the Ithaca area. Rod Picott will be here with us also from Nashville, Tennessee, and I believe he may be even in the house this evening. Tret Fury hails from Virginia, and Danny Schmidt from Austin, Texas. So as we're fond of saying that there are really no dogs in this race, it's just a fantastic evening of music. I'm very grateful for the support of my friends, you, the participants, the musicians, and certainly all the people that have lent their support to this series. Now, last week I feel bad. I kind of asked you to find the corner of a round room and I would give you the good news. That was not fair, but the good news is that the series has done very well. The participation has been good. The artists have enjoyed it. We've been able to find some sponsors. So we will begin scheduling everybody for next month as well. So there'll be 4 more nights of concerts every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock You'll receive the invitations in your newsletter, and we thank you for signing up. Again, the support has been really fantastic. So let's get on to the melodies. Our first performers are husband and wife, currently involved in a self-eviction change of address. Maybe they'll expound upon that in a little bit. That was their plan. The past 5 years have found them on the road in their motorhome, touring and performing all over the country. Necessity being the true mother of invention, 12 days of cold and no heat in their home gave way to buying a rolling home with an internal combustion engine that everyone told them not to buy, that it was not a good idea. You'll enjoy their songs of love and life on the road. Dear guests of my show on WPKN, please do make very, very welcome Mallory Graham and Scott Tyler. You know them as Rough and Tumble.
Oh, I've heard them.
I can try.
Shh, Jack, be quiet. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, he's leaving. Damn it, Jack.
Nothing's easy. There they are. There they are. The Rough and Tumble.
I think I've seen those guys.
Mallory and Scott.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes. Hey.
All good things come to those who wait. I hope you heard the introduction. It was brilliant. I don't
That would
mind
be-
saying it was brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Rough and Tumble.
Yay!
There we go. Now we're off.
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you so much. It's great to see you all here. We are the Rough and Tumble.
We are the Rough and Tumble. We are currently in California, the Central Valley, but we don't usually live here. We're in Scott's parents' house where we've been since the end of March.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just in case you were counting.
We're not counting.
We usually live in a camper. We've been living in a camper for the last 5 years, and we really enjoy the style because it's ambiguous. We really know where we're from, and we like to add to that confusion by singing songs about everywhere else. So we're going to start with a song called Alabama.
Yeah. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. I woke up this morning in Alabama, just in time to see the sun wake up the trees, just in time to hear the trees wake up the birds, just in time to find that I woke up in Alabama, and you were still asleep in Tennessee. I'm not looking for a way to say I'm sorry, just because I fell in love with someone new, just because he said that he will love me too, just because we're wide awake in love in Alabama. Well, you were still asleep in Tennessee. There's room in your dreams for me. Left a note on my pillow or a breadcrumb or three. If it comes as a surprise that I'm not by your side when you wake up in Tennessee, just open your eyes. I woke up this morning in Alabama. Just in time to see the sun wake up the trees, just in time to hear the trees wake up the birds, just in time to find that I woke up in Alabama. Right next to the one who loves me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, that is actually very refreshing.
Yeah. That's really nice. Thank you. Well,
Let's unleash the
But,
beast.
yeah, we're
I feel
gonna-
like we should just get it right out of the way and just like let it go into the world and then just see what happens.
this song's called "I Want to Be Your Monkey Around."
It is a single that we just released last month, and it features me on the nose flute. If you're asking yourself, what is a nose flute? I'm not really sure, except that somebody handed this to me. This was pre-coronavirus, and said, I really think that you should play it. And so he took it off of his nose and then put it on mine, and I've been a legend ever since. if you haven't heard of me, I'm surprised.
She's really quite good.
I'm really quite good.
So be prepared. This song's called "I Want to Be Your Monkey Around." 1, 2, 3. I want to be your monkey around, your monkey around, your monkey around. I want to be your monkey around, want to monkey around with you. I want to be your boot, scoot, your ball and chain, your kissing boot. I want to be your monkey around, want to monkey and a monkey and a monkey and around with you. I want to be your hang around, you get a bag when you're leaving town. I want to be stuck next to you. I want to be your Velcro shoes. I want to be your monkey around, your monkey around, your monkey around. I want to be your monkey around, want a monkey and a monkey and a monkey and around with you. Let's take it now. How about that? Huh? That's Mallory Graham on the nose flute.
It's weird, I can't hear clapping anymore.
Good enough takes all you got. I wanna be your coffee pot when the day is next to done. I wanna be your only one. I wanna be your monkey around, your monkey around, your monkey around. I wanna be your monkey around, your monkey around with you. I wanna be your boot, scoot, your ball and chain, your kissing boot. I wanna be your monkey around, want a monkey and a monkey and a monkey around with you. One more time. Juneteenth, too tired to talk. I wanna be your applesauce. Mashed potatoes, you put it too. I'm just much banana for you. I wanna be your monkey around, your monkey around, your monkey around. I wanna be your monkey around, I wanna whoop, whoop, whoop. I wanna be your monkey around, your monkey around, your monkey around. I wanna be your monkey around, wanna monkey around with you. I wanna be your boot, scoot, your ball and chain, your kiss and blue. I wanna be your monkey around, monkey and a monkey and a monkey and around, monkey and a monkey and a monkey and around, monkey and a monkey and a monkey and around with you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We do, before the pandemic, we ordered 1,000 rough and tumble nose flutes, which shockingly, once this hit, people weren't that interested in buying. But if you are someone who feels like, yeah, it's my time to be a nose flautist, we still have 999 of them left. So you can stop by our merch store.
That's right. That's theroughandtumble.bigcartel.com.
And you can just go to our
website. The
Or
Rough
you
and
can
Tumble.
talk to it. Please talk to us. Just email anything. Just
Anything.
any contact would be great, even if you're not buying it.
We have a new album coming out in January of next year. It's called "We're Only Family If You Say So," and we're gonna play a song from
A
that.
brand new song. This has not been played anywhere else yet, except in the studio. So we thought it might be fun to unveil it in this exclusive. Really, I feel like I need an echo now. Like exclusive. Release. That way it feels like a real. Anyway, the album
Like
is
the
called.
stadium shows we're normally playing.
The album is called "We're Only Family If You Say So," and this song in particular comes from a conversation that I had with a woman. I was making a few jokes about how my parents don't like me that much, which turned out not to be a joke. It's totally fine. I'm okay now. I wrote a whole album about it. But a lady came up to me afterwards and she said, parents, they all love their kids equally. It's like trying to split the sun. You can't do it. And so then we wrote this song.
It's called "I Must Be the Sun."
I wish she were dead. Thought maybe it would make you love me instead. I can see it would never work. Now you gotta love someone first to really make the hurt count. You gotta love to make the hurt count. I wish it was right. That love doesn't work like the pieces of a pie. You're either Esau or Jacob. One gets blessed. Don't tell me one don't get more and one don't get less. One gets more and one gets less. How do you split the sun? Some lady I don't know says it can't be done. I hope she was right. I must be the sun. She's the one they roll their backs to in the night. Better the sun than a nameless star. Still can't be seen, but I'm not that far. In case you come around. What can be said of the dead? Forgiveness can be fabricated, sewn up with a thread. I hand-stitched curtains to keep the light hid, 'cause it's easier than loving what lives. It's inconvenient to love you. It's inconvenient to love you. It's inconvenient to love you. How do you split the sun? Some lady I don't know says it can't be done. I hope she was right. I must be the sun. She's the one they roll their backs to in the I must be the sun. She's the one they roll their backs to in the I must be the sun. She's the one they roll their backs to in the night.
Well, it is great to see so many familiar faces. And friends that we know from all over the country, and we sure cannot wait to get back out there.
We have time for a couple more. So we are in the process of a self-eviction. We've kind of wrung out our time here in California, so we are hitting the road on Monday, this coming Monday, and we're heading back east again, and then we'll just figure it out from there. We're going to safely make our way back across the country. We've canceled all of our shows for the rest of the year, but we'll keep popping in online here until things are safe again, until it's okay again. But we do want to get back east. I actually baked a pumpkin spice latte cake before this. It's not really a thing here in California, pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, especially not when it's like 105 degrees. It's not a thing.
So I clearly miss the east quite a bit. So we're just going to head back there, and we have some kind people who are lending us a space. So But this song is actually we're gonna give it a shout out to you Eastern folks, but particular to Andy Getch. This song is called "Steel in My Blood." He is also a Western PAer like myself, and there's well, let's just play it.
Here we go.
There's a song all about wanting to go home and you can't go home. Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Tell me about your cornfields in Indiana and all your oranges out in California. But they're still in my blood and fiber in my hands. You can grow, grow, grow like those trees in Western PA. Even though they call me home. And oh, even though they call me by name, I can't go, go. Tell me about that wire you stretched across China. And World War losses I had taken as my own. How you never got that fishing trip promised to Wyoming. Though you drove before we had to go. Even though they called it home. And oh, even though they called him by name, you can't go, 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 go. No, even though they call me home. No, even though they call me by name, I can't go, go, go. I've seen your cornfields in Indiana and all your oranges out in California, but they're still in my blood and fiber in my hands. You can grow, grow, grow like those trees in Western PA. And oh, something's always calling me home.
All right. I think we have time for one
Just
more.
one more, and then we're gonna briefly leave the meeting to go slice our cake, and then we're gonna
Then
come
we're
back
right
again
back.
to hang out with you all.
This Sunday, Louise has put together the Mountain Spirit acoustic series live stream. We are going to be playing a full set there, so come and
Please
see
come.
us.
Come hang out
you
with
can
us.
find out more about that either on our Facebook page or at the Mountain Spirit acoustic series.
And tomorrow morning, well, it's going to be afternoon for you guys. At noon Eastern time, we are going to preview one of the songs that we're going to be playing on Sunday. It's actually a song that we wrote in Asheville and about Asheville. So tomorrow, live at noon, we will give more information about the show on Sunday and play you a little tune that we wrote for Asheville.
That's right.
Well, also about love. It's about
Yeah, I love in Asheville. They go hand in hand, right?
Like a bone pick with you from back when we were younger. 4 in the morning, we're getting home late from the weekend at your brother's. We've been fighting that little thing, words couldn't get out stronger. Said, what's the matter with keeping all the baggage in the middle of the bed tonight? What's the matter with keeping all the baggage in the middle of the bed tonight? Oh, babe, I'd rather throw it down with you than throw you out and go. all of the covers. She's big and drooly and a little bit stinky, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We've been fighting a little thing. She crawled to her mother, said, "What's the matter with keeping little doggies in the middle of the bed tonight? What's the matter with keeping little doggies in the middle of the bed tonight? Oh, babe, rather throw it down with you, throw you out the door without you now. Oh, babe, oh, babe, throw it down so I don't have to throw you out and go without you now." That's Mallory Graham on the thumb piano. All right, here we go. Well, I've been thinking while we've been drinking all night till it gets real early. Not the headaches and I think it's the memories that finally get me. We can take any little thing and turn it to fire. Oh, what's the matter keeping liquor bottles in the middle of the bed tonight, huh? What's the matter keeping little doggies in the middle of the bed tonight? Hey, what's the matter keeping all the baggage in the middle of the bed tonight?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Mallory Graham, Scott Tyler, Rough and Tumble, thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Our pleasure.
You may get some orders for these nose flutes after all.
I hope so. Gosh.
Good to see you all. All righty. We're off to the races. That's it, my babies. We are moving along. Good time. All right. We asked last week if there was some interest from some of the viewers to sponsor Music My Mother Would Not Like, and we received some inquiries from two folks that make perfect strategic partners. In downtown Fairfield, Connecticut, if you're playing FTC, if you're going to FTC, you can stop off at Vinyl Records on the way down. Vinyl Street Cafe is the name of the place, located right in the center of town. As I said, if you're heading towards Westport and you get to the DQ, you've gone too far, so you got to go around the other way. But if you're not, then you're doing fine. A great place for good music and wonderful coffee. So they have a series of their own, and I'll have more information about their series on my website and my Facebook probably sometime tomorrow. But their concert with a band known as the Black Tones will be Friday evening, July the 17th. The music will be a little bit different, but equally as good. But I promise a little bit different. Also, if I can just remind you about the tip jars, if you go to the website or at Music My Mother Wouldn't Like is the general donation page. There's also the individual artist. And as each artist is coming up, Louise is typing in their website as well as where their tip jars are located. We went to a lot of extra work to make sure that that was very easy for you. Okay. Another guest from my radio show that we featured several months ago hails from Seacliff, New York. He's a fine musician and a wonderful music producer. He has lent his talents to many artists, not the least of which was an artist that played the first series, Carol Ann Solabello. He produced her last record and it was a beautiful job. Joe's gentle disposition has endeared himself to many artists and in the studios, as well as many fans of singer-songwriters. You'll hear influences of his work from my heroes, Bruce Springsteen, Cat Stevens, and Leonard Cohen. Won't you please make welcome Joey Danza from Seacliff, New York. Joe, welcome. Thanks for coming. Good to have you.
Hey guys, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I just want to say, Rough and Tumble, that was just so fantastic. Thank you. That was a treat. How do you follow that? With a new song, maybe. I laid the deck aside. It's a tower card again. 3 sirens in the night. A white bird taking flight. A spider in its web. And in drinking from your cup,
Have I fallen on my sword? Come on, wave your magic wand. Oh God, release this light. A circle finds a star. And I'm tired and wasting time. Still I'm following you to seek, to find a sign. I'm tired and wasted. Still I'm following you. Your hands upon my hips, my fingers in your hair, a kiss upon our lips, the quiver in your fingertips, the bedroom over there. If I could turn back time, if I could do it all again, remaking what was mine, and toss the rest aside, start over again. I'm tired, and I just wasted time. Still I'm following you to seek, to find a sign. I'm tired and wasted. Still I'm following you. This song's about the past, I know. Is it a past that ever was? A heart at home at last, a pedal to the gas, a soul on the run. Am I running from myself? I can't pretend that it's not true. This endless uphill road, a broken heart alone, is the only way home. I'm tired and wasted. Still I'm following you to seek, to find a sign. I'm tired and wasted. Still I'm following you. Decide, I'm tired and wasted, still following you, following you, following you.
Thanks so much. Yeah, it feels like NERFA, you know, like a digital NERFA. Anybody who knows the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance, a surf, all these things. It's like I see my friends, but the cool part is that there's people who aren't usually there here, so it's really good to see you guys. I wish we could do that in the real NERFA and bring you all around. So thank you for listening. My name's Joey Danza from Long Island, and I'm going to play a few more songs for you. This is a song about, this song has a lot of meanings. It's a song about trying to connect with the person that you love most in the world. And at times when that's the hardest thing to do.
Come, let's fly across Manhattan
On a magic carpet ride.
See the clouds are parting over this old city. They've given me safe passage for the night. Take a hold with all your might. All our children, they are sleeping in a castle on white pillows way up high. Come on, let's fly. And tomorrow, you'll be holding up their whole world, but not tonight. just be my lover tonight. All this time we have forgotten all the pieces of our lives. They come from one great stream of life. Raise a toast to all the seekers of the meaning and for beauty, and the friends we left behind. And the moon shows just a sliver of the feeling. I am rooting for your passion. See it rising in the night, it's fiery red, and it reminds me how I loved you on the water. The first time in the sunshine of our lives until tonight. Until tonight. Until tonight. Take a hold with all your might. All our children, they are sleeping in a castle on the white pillows way up high. Come on, let's fly. And tomorrow, you'll be holding up the whole world, but not tonight. Just be my lover tonight. And all my tries at loving you, do they fall? Am I far behind? Have I lost you in the tide? You're swimming in a stubborn sea. Keep your eyes on me as I throw the line. And let me pull you from the water. Let me pull you from the water. Let me pull you from the water. Let me pull you from the water to the sky. To the sky, baby. Take a hold with all your might. All our children, they are sleeping in a castle on white pillows way up high. Come on, let's fly. Come on, let's fly, babe. And tomorrow, we'll be holding up the whole world. And tomorrow, you'll be holding up the whole world. And tomorrow, we'll be holding up the whole world, but not tonight. Just be my lover tonight.
Just beautiful.
Yeah. Life's interesting, right? Life's interesting. It takes you on twists and turns, and it, especially these days, right? It takes us on twists and turns, and it turns us inside out, and it rips us apart, and it puts us back together. And I think there's something to be said about being able to spend time with each other, to be able to share music, to be able to share the experience of life together. Music is how I process that for myself. And I can't do that. I can't do that without living life, without feeling life the way it really feels in your heart. When sometimes it's really hard to do that. This is a song though that's a little bit more upbeat, a little more cheery. This is a song called Rainbow Shine. It's a summer song. I wrote this with my very, very good friend's son, who was 11 at the time. Green, the sun is shining on me. The flowers and the birds are happy. They're happy and they're free. And blue, I don't have a clue. I'll leave it up to you. Maybe someday we'll see. And rainbow shine on mine, oh my, always on my mind. Rainbow shine, yellow, excitement all around, above and on the ground. You always make me mellow, yeah. And red, stuck inside my head, making and a shaking, and I don't know what to do, nope. Hello, rainbow shine on mine, on mine, always on my mind. Rainbow shine. Come on. Oh, hello, rainbow shine on mine, oh mine, always on my mind. Rainbow shine. And violet, you always were so quiet, but honey, I don't buy it. Oh, Violet, you're the queen. So come on, rain. The sun is shining on me. The flowers and the birds are happy. They're happy and they're free. They're happy and they're free. They're happy and we're free. Oh, oh, hello, rainbow shine. Oh my, oh my, always on my mind. Rainbow shine, so fine, yeah. Hello, rainbow shine. Oh my, oh my, always on my mind. Rainbow shine. So, one more song for you. I'm very grateful to Bruce, Louise. Thank you guys so much for having me. To everybody who's on this bill, I have a lot of friends here, and a lot of wonderful people. So I'm very grateful. This song, I recently moved to Seacliff last year and a half. Seacliff, New York, on Long Island, on the North Shore. After a lot of life changes, after a lot of upheaval. In that first song I played, the second line is the Tower card again. If you ever pull tarot cards, the Tower card is the card that says your whole life's about to blow up, and it did. And this song is about moving on in your life. This song is about faith in the face of change. And so I send this all out to everybody who's maybe struggling with change in their life right now. This is also the title track of my latest CD. It's a CD, got an album. I got it on vinyl. You can go to joiadanza.com. You can get some merch. This is called Come Man. Well, this town is my home now. The sun on my face. The birds are singing. Thank God for all I have. And walking with grace in your light, a tender embrace. She comes up slowly with love for a common man. Ooh, have hope. I have love and I have faith. The tears are gone, the fears have gone away. And I was lost, lost, but now I find my way. We'll rise up again. So many footsteps I roam through lifetimes, it seems, feeling tired and broken, and trying to understand. Well, time after time we begin over again, learning little by little, 'cause that's all that we can handle. I have hope, I have love, and I have faith. The tears are gone, the fears have gone away. And I was lost, but now I find my way. We'll rise up again. It's like a holy chord. This cross all I can bear. Kneeling just to talk with you. The weight and the despair. Oh. This town is my home now. The sun is at sets. Her wind is whispering a prayer across this land. Now take every step through the night. Take 'em gentle and brave. Take 'em all the way home, yeah. And with an open hand. And with an open hand. I have hope, I have love, and I have faith. The tears are gone, the fears have gone away. I was lost, but now I find my way. We'll rise up again. 'Cause I have hope, I have love, and I have faith. The tears are gone, the fears have gone away. I was lost, but now I find my way. We'll rise up again. We'll rise up again. Oh, we'll rise up again. Thank you all so much. Thanks for being here.
Beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
It was Joey Danza from Seacliff, New York. And I've been exercising that Seacliff quite a bit as I had him hailing from Brooklyn up until a little while ago. There's nothing wrong with Brooklyn, but it's just not accurate. So we try to keep it accurate. I'm glad he felt he could correct me. So that's good. It's Joey Danza. Please do check out these artists' website. You know, one of the things you can do for them, it costs you nothing and goes a long way, and that is to follow them on social media, like their pages, like their posts, check them out on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. It all helps. And when those that buy talent for clubs see their popularity, they say, well, I got to get this guy in here. So you do an awful lot of help by doing so. And as I mentioned earlier, my thanks to everyone that has made this series so successful. Many of you here for the first time, but lots of you are returning. There's 74 of us here tonight. How great is that? That is so cool. 74 practicing safe social distancing and hanging together, and it's just wonderful. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And as I mentioned earlier, because of this warm reception I've gotten from both artists and audience, we will extend the series through August and most likely through September, and we'll see where it takes us from there, depending on what happens with the rest of the projects, and maybe touring will become a thing. But I believe that there will always be a place for this type of format, and it's interesting, and this is one of the few places that you can catch this type of concert right here, right now. I'm sure it'll be imitated, and others will improve upon it, but right here, right now, this is the game, and I'm glad that you're here with me, making that possible. And my continued thanks to all of you that have continued to support the artists so generously, either directly or indirectly, to pay pools like this, supporting their works, telling your friends. Your opinions mean an awful lot. When you tell a friend that you like an artist, bet dollars to donuts they're going to check them out too. So that's all a big, big help. You can go to their websites, you can go to their merch tables, and buy their CDs, buy a T-shirt, buy a nose flute. I don't know. I think I now have to buy one. I think I'm going to be shamed into getting one if I don't. But there's been many rays of sunshine in this mandated and self-imposed quarantine that we are facing and experiencing due to COVID-19. But really one of the great things that's come out of it for me is the sense of community, knowing that it's always been there and it's always going to be there. And when we get together like this, it just makes it that much more wonderful. So thank you for staying home and coming out, and don't forget to get your parking ticket validated. It's a corny joke, but you know, free parking always at music my mother wouldn't like. All of the artists that you are hearing tonight have received invitations to play as part of the series. These are artists that you would have found either on WPKN on my regular programming, or some of the programming that I do up in Rockland, Maine on WRFR. My cousin Kyle is here tonight. He's a great jock and does 2 hours of vinyl. And if you think that that's tough, you're right. 2 hours of vinyl, a monkey can do what I do. But what he does is pure class. And it's good to see my eldest, Madeline, checking in. When I first began doing the programming, I was working my set list up, and she said, Papa, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm putting my set list together for my radio program at school. And she said, oh, what's your program called? And I said, it's called Music My Mother Would Not Like. And she sort of nodded and thought about it for a while and said, yeah, you can add your daughter to that list. So, but she's here tonight. So we all evolve at different rates, and it's good to see her in Connecticut. So all of the artists that you hear have received invitations to play either on the station or here in the series, and most of them have been found on WPK, and certainly all of their music has been played throughout all of my programming. Our next guests this evening currently reside in South Carolina and also spend a good portion of their year on the road traveling together. From songs inspired by the road, life together, and an entire album inspired by books that they have read. The husband and wife duo of Christine Stay and Aidan Quinn are Friction Farm. And please do make them feel very, very welcome on the stage of Music My Mother Would Not Like. And look how lovely they look. Look beautiful. Good to see you.
Thank you so much, Bruce, for including us in this night of really amazing music. And thank you all for tuning in. I wish that you could be here with us, I mean really here, because the sun is down and the sky is clear, and it's going to be a spectacular night.
With glitter, the Milky Way was out. 2 a.m. so many stars. The sky was dense with glitter. The Milky Way was ours. The last glimpse of infinity flickers, then it's gone. When the last star dies of loneliness, what will we make wishes on? What will we make wishes on? What will we make wishes
Christine, everybody is admiring the woman bass player, but we would like you to turn the bass down just a little bit. We all decided that Zoom isn't really fond of the bass. Other than that, all is good.
Zoom doesn't like bass. I'm gonna have to speak with them.
I know that just isn't right.
thought it was
Anyway,
all
thanks,
about
guys. It is. Beautiful song. Carry on.
Thank you. So we have a copy of Voyage of the Beagle, which is Charles Darwin's book about his journey around the world when people weren't really traveling around the world, kind of like now. And inside our copy it says, "To Katie on her 14th birthday, love Granddaddy Paul." And it's dated July 1961. How cool that a guy of that era encouraged his granddaughter to explore and to travel and to be interested in science. And we loved the idea that through generations you can provide inspiration.
I'm just thinking that right now, Katie, wherever she is 73 years old.
Katie, you raise your sail, set your sights on the western sky, just beyond the next horizon. Chase your dreams and you will find them. Trust the current, trust the wind, trust yourself to find the way. Reach for mountains, reach for stars, reach a little farther every day. Don't make up your mind that the answers find you. With curiosity your guide, you never know what you will find. Trust the current, trust the wind, trust yourself to find the way. Reach for mountains, reach for
So another book that we were inspired by is an older book called The Cellist of Sarajevo by Stephen Galloway. And even though it's more than 10 years old, we still play this song, even though the book is more than 10 years old. We still play this song often, and we recommend the book a lot. Because it's so much easier to talk to people about philosophy and beliefs and ethics and morals when you're talking about fiction in some other place and some other time.
Excuse makers, they could use a couple more hip shakers these days. These days. The skies turn dry, crops won't thrive. Will you lock up your storeroom, sell your grain for a price to your friends? I believe if I am blessed with more, I will set a big table, throw open my doors, ask you in. This world has got enough deal makers. We could use a couple more bread bakers these days. These days. Lines are drawn and the flags are flown. In the name of what's right, we will do so much wrong. In broad daylight, time will come when you will have to choose. Do you care about something, or just if you win or you lose? Next fights. This world has got enough instigators. We could use a couple more peacemakers these days. These days. This world has got enough muckrakers stirring up hatred and troublemakers, selfish backbreakers and users and takers. We could use a couple more peacemakers these days. These days. Yeah, this world has got enough war makers filling up coffins of undertakers. breakers and thieving dream takers. We could use a couple more peacemakers these days. These days. These days.
Very much. Thanks again, Bruce, for asking us to do this. This has been really great, both as listeners and performers. And thank you to Louise for doing all the hard work behind the scenes. Thanks for making that happen.
Well, she is doing the heavy lifting. There's no question about that. But it sounds just beautiful, and I wish we could bring all the applause in at once, but it would be, well, it would be cacophonous. So it's best we just keep it slim, and each one of us is a representative of about a dozen people. So, but it just sounds fantastic. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So we have time for one more, I think. Thank you, everyone, for showing up here. It is really, it's an amazing thing to be able to connect with you, even though we're home. And you all give us so much hope.
I bet my mother never thought my daughter would still fight to speak her mind, to have a say in her own civil rights, and then declare her voice categorically dismissed. There will always be women who persist. There will always be women who persist. There will always be women who persist.
Feel free to sing along at home. That's good. My forefathers came by ship, together with their clan. Architects of their own dreams, was this part of the plan? Every thug who guards the gates, the raised clenched fist. There will
Always be men who coexist. There will always be men who coexist. There will always be men who coexist.
one misguided spark falls on tinder to ignite. A raging fire growing, much too big to fight. Malicious mobs may tattoo numbers onto wrists.
There will always be angels in our midst. There will always be angels in our midst. There will always be angels in our midst. Be a woman who persists. Be a man who coexists. Be an angel, be an angel, be an angel in our midst. There will always be, 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 there will always be angels.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
The comments were just beautiful. You should read them when you gather a moment. But
You'll need a tissue.
yes, I was inspired by all the people typing along as you were singing. And one person said, I've gone to get my Bic lighter, so I hope they're lighting it up.
Cool. Thank you all.
Thank you. It's Christine Stay, Aidan Quinn. You know them as Friction Farm. And, you reach a point in anything where you know you're doing okay when you start getting some merch and some swag, and you've got your own sign. So I've got my own sign. We had the sign made and delivered, and now we are legitimate. We got 75 viewers in the house right now, and I'll let one more in because I'm multitasking. Men can multitask, not well, but we can sometimes. And that's my multitasking for the day. Richard Caccaro just joined us. If you've not seen his publication, you really should. Acoustic Life. Thanks, Louise, my technical assistant. Anyway, Richard's in the house, and he has a marvelous publication that has some great writing, as well as a very comprehensive list of where you can find more music, and that's really fantastic. So there's so much out there that you can see and avail yourselves of, and we're really grateful that you spent tonight part of your day with us. So thank you so much for coming. This would be the part where I would ask you to give yourself an applause. There's 76 of us tonight, and I think that doubles last week. So, we're on to something good. So thank you so much for spreading the word about music my mother would not like. And as I said last week, she would have hated all this music, but she would have loved the musicians very much. So that's just the way these things work. I mentioned earlier we asked for some participation, some help from some of the sponsors, some people if they want to sponsor music my mother wouldn't like. We had 2 calls right away. We spoke about the first one, Vinyl Street Cafe, and also our newest sponsor, and it really seemed to make an awful lot of sense. The more we talked, the more it seemed to make an awful lot of sense, undiscoveredmusic.net. Our newest sponsor is perhaps the poster child for this whole showcase series, and that's really cool. They are in the business of bringing musicians and venues together, and I urge you to check them out, undiscoveredmusic.net. And many of you are here because of previous experience with the series, and many others know 1 or 2 of the performers, but we hope that you'll leave knowing 5 great, wonderful songwriters, solos, duos, etc. So do check out undiscoveredmusic.net and find some great discoveries. I'm going to let one more person in because multitasking twice in the same night, it's just a lot. It's so great. I reckon I'll get to sing and push the vacuum tomorrow. The 5th show in the series will be on Tuesday, July 28th, and will feature Jesse Terry, a singer-songwriter out of Connecticut. Susan Catania lives in the Boston area. Let's see, John Brown, Carrie Elkin, and James Maddock. And when I asked if anybody might be interested in this series, I sent out 60 invitations. Within the first 5 hours, I had 80% filled, and by the second day, I had already completed my wait list and was turning away musicians with broken heart. But the next series, I promise you, will be equally as fine, and some new discoveries, and I think that's the great part of what's happening. Cool. Well, her first full-length album, released in 2019, quickly moved up the charts in the folk world, produced by veteran recording and touring artist Freebo, who's in the house this evening. The album was entitled Visions. The 10 songs will truly captivate you, set of her far better than I could ever hope to muster. There's an uncomplicated beauty to Alice Howe's music, and on Visions, 10 songs, the beauty rarely falters. That's from the publication Pop Matters. We won't have time for all 10, but we might be able to get in a few. For the uninitiated to Alice's music, you are in for a treat, and all at the end will know that for sure. Please do make very welcome Alice Howe.
Thank you. Oh, so nice to hear you. Yay.
Told you the applause is enough to bring you back. Thank
God,
you.
It's like I didn't imagine the last few years of my life. That's good. That's good. We were all there together. It was just, I feel a little bit like Dorothy waking up from a dream. Thank you so much, Bruce, and thank you to Louise for helping behind the scenes, and thank you to Joe and the Rough and Tumble and Friction Farm. It's been really great listening to all of you. My name's Alice Howe, and coming to you live from Newton, Massachusetts. Thank you to my mom for the flowers behind me. Every night I have the strangest dream. All these ghosts are talking to me, laid down in my bed, and I can hardly sleep. These homeland blues have got a hold of me. Well, I went over to my cousin's house to see if we couldn't figure it out. He said it's plain to see you got them homeland blues. What hope have I got if what you're saying is true? And I got them homeland blues. Don't you know I got them homeland blues? Said I got them homeland blues. Try to tell you I got them homeland blues. The sooner I book my ticket, the sooner I'll come running back to you. I asked my mother, do you know what I mean? And she could hardly look up at me, had her eyes to her paper, and I knew she had them too. Had her eyes on her coffee, and I knew she had them too. Have you ever missed something that you never even had? You're down so low and you feel so bad. That's when you know you got them homeland blues. I said that's when you know that you got them homeland blues. And I got them homeland blues. Don't you know I got them homeland blues? Said I got them homeland blues. Honey, pull over, I got them homeland blues. If home is where I left it, the sooner I'll come running back to you. Well, I went outside and I couldn't get a cab. All distracted by the night we had, I sat down on the curb, nursing my homeland blues. I'm half out in the street and I'm nursing my homeland blues. Well, my American soul gets lonely sometimes. I take a walk and it clears my mind, and I'll hold you tight to shake my homeland blues. And I hold on tight just to shake my homeland blues. And I got them homeland blues. Don't you know I got them homeland blues? Said I got them homeland blues. Try to tell you I got them homeland blues. The sooner I book my ticket, the sooner I'll come running back to you. If home is where I left it, the sooner I'll come running back to you. Thank you. I'm not crying, I swear. Thank you. Oh, wow. That is very cool. Thanks. That song is called Homeland Blues. As you may have discerned, you great listeners. And it's from my EP that came out a few years ago, and so grateful to Bruce for playing that record, and also my newer one, Visions, that he mentioned. And I would like to play a song from that album. I know Freebo's in the house. Hey Freebo, thanks for watching. This song is the opening cut from Visions, and it's one that we wrote together. It was actually the first co-write that he and I did. And you know, I'd been writing all my life, but had never felt comfortable sharing that process with anybody. So it was a very interesting experience, kind of letting another songwriter in, and I'm really glad I did, because sometimes two heads are better than one, and I'm really proud of what we came up with. The song is called Twilight.
I know a dirt road in the late afternoon, where the shade and the sunlight gather in pools. There are trees to the right, twisted and wild. To my left is the sea, like a glimmering eye. Well, I'm not the first one, and I won't be the last, who's come to this crossroads and breezed on past, with my destination my only concern, one foot on the gas as the yellow light turns. And there's nothing like being alone at twilight, the ocean and I each approaching high tide, held aloft on the waves of my pride. I'm better off walking alone at twilight. My lover is steady, and he tells me be still, and take a deep breath. He's still hoping I will, but my mind keeps on racing till I'm far out of sight, at the end of the road on the threshold of night. And there's nothing like being alone at twilight, the ocean and I each approaching high tide, held aloft on the waves of my pride. I'm better off walking alone at twilight. Well, the sun's gone down and the twilight has passed. That magic hour, it never lasts. It's a long strand of pearls, one that I'll never own. And the answers I seek are the smallest of stones. So I work till I'm tired, then I lay down to rest, and that takes just a bit of this weight off my chest. But the years stretch before me, I admit that it's true, and this restless pursuit is what I'm called to do. And there's nothing like being alone at twilight, the ocean and I each approaching high tide, held aloft on the waves of my pride. Better off walking alone. Yeah, hate to leave being alone at twilight.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you can hear it and everything. I haven't actually been looking at the chat, so I'm just gonna assume all is well. It's so nice to see so many familiar names and faces. Hi, Judy. Hi, Jim Noble and Bev. There's so many of you. It's really, really nice. I'm loving being able to see everybody. Let's see, where was I? I find that, I don't know about the other artists, but it's like there's so fewer opportunities to share. And for me, the sharing is such a huge part of almost like the life cycle of the music and the songwriting. It's all well and good and satisfying to do it alone and to share with just a few people, but the performance is like this other piece that's just really satisfying. And I feel like with fewer opportunities to share, it's like it all just comes like pouring out in these little moments. And it's funny because I'm just sitting here in this room by myself, but I feel you. All right, this is a newer song. I wrote it earlier this year, I think. I feel like this year is like a decade, but yes, I believe it was in early 2020. And I was actually here. I technically live in Los Angeles now as of last year, but I've been back in the Boston area spending time with family. And this house in which I am currently residing is full of a lot of memory and family history. And it's really beautiful, and it can also be really heavy. And it can lead to some interesting evenings of writing that I am grateful for. So this is one of those. It's called Line by Line. Yes, these are Black-Eyed Susans. Yep, got some marigolds, Black-Eyed Susans. Uh-oh, my mom would be ashamed of me. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think there's some catnip. If you got any cats, my mother has a beautiful garden. Plenty of catnip. I'll mail you some. Where was I? I wouldn't call it early, but it's not too late. I played my hand, I gotta leave the rest to fate. I could lie here crying, I could use my hands. My chips are gone, I can't make no more demands. 'Cause I'm guilty, I got nothing more to say. I'm not a bad girl, I'm just used to getting my way. I got a dreaming soul from another time, a willing heart and an open mind. If you should care to find, you can read me line by line. My daddy left me, got a broken heart. It's a good excuse, or it's a place to start. 'Cause I loved him dearly, and I watched him die. But but I caught his spirit. I keep it safe inside. But I'm guilty. I got nothing more to say. I'm not a bad girl. I'm just used to getting my way. I got a dreaming soul from another time, a willing heart and an open mind. If you should care to find, you can read me line by line. I know you're trying, but it's not enough. Got a hungry soul, boy, I'll eat you up. So deal another while the flames are high. There's no use waiting, baby. Watch me fly. But I'm guilty. I got nothing more to say. I'm not a bad girl. I'm just used to getting my way. I got a dreaming soul from another time, a willing heart and an open mind. If you should care to find, you can read me line by
Wow. Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Really, it's a pleasure to be with you all. And I'll do one more. And I just thank you so much, Bruce and Louise. Louise has been a fan from before I even came to NERFA for the first time. She somehow discovered my music, and I just never forget how wonderful it felt, not having been to that conference ever and not knowing a soul, to get this little message from her that was like, would you like to be in my showcase room? And I was like, oh my God, it's all
I'm
gonna
glad you
work
did.
out. So it's really great to have friends in this community that we all really feel like we're really supporting each other through this time. So I'll finish up with a song that I just love, and if you want to find me online, it's alicehowe.com. It's Alice like in Wonderland and Howe with an E. And yeah, I'm working on another record when I can get back in the studio down in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, when that is a place that one would want to go. I will be there with Freebo producing with a great band, and I'm really excited to get back to it. So, all right, here's A Case of You by Joni Mitchell. And in Joni's honor, it will be in perfect tune. Is it hot in here or is it just me? Okay. Woo! All right. Here we go. Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster and a blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, but you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet, still be on my feet. I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, but you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds. And she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and still be on my feet, still be on my feet.
That's gorgeous.
Thank you. That was just beautiful. A case of you. You've got to read these comments.
I look forward to.
They were spectacular.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yes, just taken for words. David wrote something very nice. He said this reminds him of sitting on the hill at Falcon Ridge. And if you've never been to Falcon Ridge, somewhere between the hill and the dance tent is a small tent run by a guy named Richard Caccaro, who also is the owner of Acoustic Live, where we market or help market or assist in the marketing of the program Music My Mother Would Not Like. This model was modeled a little bit after Richard's program, his showcase series that he runs at Falcon Ridge, and the NERFA, the Northeast Regional Focal Line. So the combination of the two, we wanted to be open to the public, but we also wanted to bring in some artists and some presenters. And I think we have found a very, very nice balance of additional artists, performers. And so anyway, I just wanted to give him his due recognition. I was hoping he wouldn't show up, because then I wouldn't have to admit that it was not my idea, because it really wasn't. But that's where I got it from. Now, if you're a fan of Falcon Ridge and many of the festivals, you well know that we're not going to be getting together at the site. But beginning Thursday night, July 30th, the folks at Falcon Ridge will endeavor to simulate what you might have seen. They will be bringing in lots of the artists who will be paid. That is the goal. So they're raising money by selling T-shirts, and you can get more information at falconridge.com, whatever their website is. You know it. It's probably tattooed somewhere. But go to their website and support them by buying their shirt. And they will be paying the artists that do perform. They'll be doing some videos, and they will have the campfire series. So what they've done is there will be a morning concert and an afternoon concert. It'll be a repeat. I think I've got some of the details correct. 2.5 hours twice a day, so for 4 days. So you'll get a whole slew of great artists. But then in the evening, there'll be the campfires. So if you've never been to the campfires at Falcon Ridge, it's quite a party unto itself. This was done with Kerrville Festival as well. And if you get a chance, check out the campfires. I mean, it's really a lot of fun. It'll be very similar to this, except for many of the songs will be in the round. So an artist will come, play a song, say hello, and bug out and go to another Zoom fest. And you can follow them, you can follow the festival, you can do all kinds of groovy stuff, and it's really a heap of fun. So I'm going to multitask again. Look at that, 3 times in one night, all by myself. Let another person in. This is grand. So that's that. Please make reservations for next week. I told you that this would sell out, and I think I was lying by 5 or 6. We have 75 participants, and I know that next week is going to be as good as this one. Big shoes to fill, but as good. Next week we'll have Beth Snap, Austin McRae, Rod Picott, Tret Fury, and Danny Schmidt. All artists I've had on my stage, all artists have been in the studio, wonderful friends at WPKN, and I know you're going to dig their music. And you dig this next guy up too. That's all there is to it. That's just the way it is. Our next artist, a wandering troubadour, classically trained pianist, and also band leader, has been leaving audiences dumbfounded. Charm and stage presence that is nothing short of truly captivating. Put your hand under your jaw now so you don't fall, your teeth don't hit the floor when Matt begins to play. As powerful a frontman as any, but also an accompanist that I've seen and had the pleasure of seeing at many late night showcases. I've did some abbreviations here, but I have seen him take apprentice artists under his wing with great grace and dignity and share some of his insights. I'm always impressed with his music and his grace. Please do make very welcome our last performer this evening, Matt Nicola. Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me. Hey, everybody. It's nice to be invited somewhere. I haven't been anywhere in a while. I gotta say, Alice Howe, oh my goodness, I have had such a joyous time hearing you over the last couple of years, and you are just better and better every time. Thanks for singing. When I was a child, years lasted forever. Heaven was sky, and God was the weather. Lying awake, I would listen to the thunder and the rain, and the world was alive when I was a child. Flash of light in the black of the night, a crack of air strikes me like lightning. Oh, it strikes me like lightning. Now I am grown, and most days are just deadlines. And years on the road, they flash past me like headlights. But when I hear you laugh, I am listening to the thunder and the rain again. And though I am grown, I feel like a child. Flash of light in the black of the night, a crack of heaven igniting. All is bright in the blink of your eyes, and it strikes me like lightning. Lord, it strikes me like last night I dreamed that my life was over, and I dreamed that you were there at my side, smiling as the sky busted open. I dreamed I was alive when I died. Flash of light in the black of the night, a crack of heaven igniting. All is bright in the blink of an eye. And it strikes me like lightning. Lord, it strikes me like Thank you. Oh my gosh, I can hear you clapping. That's so cool. I love how you organized that. That's so cool.
Well, we know who gets the credit.
Well, okay. I've done a few of these, and the lack of clapping it gets to you. So this is just very nice. Thank you.
Fantastic. We've had a couple of comments, Matt, that the volume is just a little bit low. So perhaps you can.
Overall, the volume is low.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, we can fix that. Give me just a moment. I'm going to
Yep.
like awkwardly lean into the. No, I'm just going to do it here on the Zoom input thing. Give me just a moment. It should be a little bit louder now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
Does
that's
it
good.
sound a little bit louder now?
Yes.
A little bit louder now. A little bit louder now. No.
It's better for all of us if I don't try to keep up with that.
Okay, cool. Well, you just tell me, because this is a moving target, and you need a flexible strategy to hit a moving target. You just tell me if it needs to come up or down again, okay? Or
I will.
sideways,
Thank
or
you.
left or right,
Oh,
or whatever.
You're a master.
Okay. I'm gonna do a. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a guitar song. I'm gonna have a drink first. Hang on. Okay. I think it's the state of Maine where you can't have a alcoholic beverage on the stage. You can drink backstage all you want, but you can't have one on the stage. And so if there's anybody from Maine here, sorry. On the internet, all rules are off. The other night, dear, when I was drinking, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, like I was mistaken. Now I hold my head and cry. Well, you make me wanna talk, but God, it gets so hard to say the things I mean. And I really feel like dancing, but I can't stand 'cause you knock me off my feet. If I had the recipe for your love, I'd even brew it in my bathtub. And if to love you was a crime, I'd be guilty every time. 'Cause you are my moonshine. Sometimes you make me feel like tearing through this town in the middle of the night, running up into the mountains and howling out against the silver skies. It's something dangerous and wise, and it's just aching to break free. Your beauty baits the beast in me. You are my moonshine. So don't take it away. I don't take it away. Yeah. Don't take it away. Cause truth be told, I'm just a boy lying on his roof and staring up at space. Someday I dream I'm gonna fly to you. Someday I dream that I might touch your face. My heart is burning like a star, 'cause heaven don't seem all that far. You are all my wildest dreams, come reflecting back at me. You are my moonshine. You are my moonshine.
I think you got it now, Matt.
Love that.
Thank you, thank you. So was that volume a little bit better for everybody?
On behalf of everybody, yes.
Okay,
Great.
cool. So funny, just a little bit of a bump in the thing, and it's all better. Love that technology, people. Okay, speaking of technology, I'm going electric. Hang on.
All right.
Go with me. Okay, this is a tune. I wrote this with Kirsten Maxwell. We get together, we always write something bluesy. I don't know why that is. But I'm really happy with this one. It's called Sleepwalking Away. Early in the morning, just before the break of day, I was standing at your doorstep, feeling sorry as a stray. I couldn't say why I had left you, why I had slipped down the street. Baby, maybe I was dreaming, but it didn't stop my feet. Sleepwalking away. I'm sleepwalking away. I tell myself I should stay, but at the end of the day, I'm sleepwalking away. Love is never perfect. Yeah, what is new will soon grow old. Oh, and some battles just ain't worth it. 'Cause nobody wants to be alone. So at night if you get restless, oh, you should try the pills I take. 'Cause baby, I could sleep forever. Honey, I don't feel no pain. I'm sleepwalking away. I'm sleepwalking away. It's just one more cabernet till I don't hear what you say. I'm sleepwalking away. It is too late to wake me. Oh, don't you shake me from my reverie. Oh, just tell me when it's over. Till then I'm gonna keep sleepwalking away. I'm sleepwalking away. Just one more Chardonnay. I'm still walking away. Still walking away. Tell myself I'll stay at the end of the day. I'm still walking
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. All right, let's see here. Well, 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 well. Everybody comfortable? Everybody having a good time? I hope so. At this point in the show, if you're not pleased as punch, I don't know. What a stellar lineup, Bruce. Thanks again for getting all these great folks together to play music. I can't wait until we can do this in real life. I miss everybody a lot. Jenny Kane, she lived next door to me. She was a runaway soul at 17 in a town with little charity for tattooed teenage dreamers. But she had a voice from God. Like an old time song, I never heard the words till now. Now it's much too late. Jenny Kane, the angels sing because they can. Don't you know they don't owe anyone anything? Get messed up in a woman's car, ash on the carpet and play guitar. She taught me all I know about backseat scars and songs of summer's pain. Singing, hey baby, let's take it on the road. Find ourselves a gypsy's home. And if the devil's really waiting with a fiddle of gold in a land called rock and roll. Jenny Kane, the angels sing because they can. Don't you know they don't owe anyone anything? Oh, Jenny Kane, the angels sing because they can. You know you don't owe anyone anything. and Jenny Kane. She lived next door to me, but now I'm a big celebrity, locked inside of little screens, where I'm cut and paste like dreams. She was wise, stayed behind. I was not, and I got mine. So please tell her, should you see her sometime, she had a voice of gold. Jenny Kane, Jenny Kane, angels sing because they can. Don't you know, you don't know anything. Oh, Jenny Kane, Jenny Kane, the angels sing because they can. Don't you know, you don't know anyone, anything. Remember, you don't know anything. Don't you know, you don't know anyone, anything.
Matt, you can say no, but if I don't ask, I will have no show next week. We took a brief poll and said, would anybody be offended if we asked Matt to play a little bit longer? And we got everything from hell no to, so that's just the starter. So
Mom, are you here? He doesn't like this music. I don't know what it is.
that's my mother.
His mom.
Just fantastic.
Thank you. I hope everything's working. You know, this is such a learning curve for all of us. I hope that the sound comes through and all that stuff for everybody okay. And obviously it's not the same as being together in person, but I hope that this brings a bit of joy.
It does. Thank you so much for being part of the evening.
Yeah, no problem at all.
So when Matt's done, Louise is going to open the floodgates of applause. So if you've got headphones in, you may wish to take them out, but you can expect a cacophony of sound not too soon.
Yeah, I'll unmute you all so you can join in to applaud everyone for the night. But,
Well, I'll do one more. This is a tune that I did not write, but I enjoy singing very much, and particularly this time of year, we just had that Independence Day holiday, and I like to sing this song by Gene Rowe. Gene Rowe is a brilliant artist who runs in these circles and has written some of the most otherworldly songs I've ever heard. And I like to do this one, and I hope I can do it some justice. This is the national anthem. It's the new national anthem. It's called Arise, Arise. And the chorus is very simple. It goes like this. Arise, arise. I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. And you'll hear that a few times, so by the end you'll be able to join it. Atlantic and Pacific flow, the Great Lakes and the Gulf of Mexico. The land between sustains us all to cherish it, our tireless call. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect you we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. We reached these shores from many lands. We came with hungry hearts and hands. Some came by force and some by will. On the auction block in the darkened mill. Arise, arise, I see the future. Rise to a more perfect union we aspire. And lift our voices from the fire. And we died in your fields and your factory. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. With an old coat hanger in a room somewhere. A trail of tears and an electric chair. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire. And lift our voices from the fire. And our great responsibility is to be guardians of our liberty. Till tyrants bow to the people's dream. And justice flows like a mighty stream. Arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire. And lift our voices from the fire. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire. And lift our voices from the fire. Thank you so much.
It's as real as it gets. It was fantastic. So good to hear voices and people clapping, smiling. It's good to see everybody. I'm going to change this to a gallery view, and I'll take a photograph in a little while of all of us. So that's wonderful. It's good to see all your faces, and thank you so much for supporting live music. A big thanks this evening to the Rough and Tumble, Joe Adanza, Friction Farm, Alice Howe, Matt Nakoa, and the sponsors, Vinyl Street Cafe in Fairfield, Connecticut, and Undiscovered Music. And finally, to my partner and technical producer tonight, the owner of Baker Booking, Louise Baker, would be, well, I would be, anyway, lost without her, so thank you, Louise. And thanks to you, the audience, that made this possible this evening. I'm Bruce Swan, host of Music My Mother Wouldn't Like. And as I'm fond of saying at the end of my program, do something nice. Do something nice for somebody else for no other reason at all than just because. So long for now, and get home safe. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thanks all. See you next week.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
everybody.
For being here. This is fun.
Thank you.
Amazing night. Thanks for an amazing night.
Nice.
Yay.
See y'all again soon, I hope.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, Kyle. Rebo.
Good night, y'all.
Everybody, Mike. Good night. Good night.
Bruce, Louise. See you guys. Thanks.
Safe travels. See you next time soon, I hope.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right.
Good show.
Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but a lot of fun. And looks like we made some new friends. So we did, I think that there were 76, 77 people here all told. I hope the artists did well. But it was really a nice turnout, and thanks so much for your assistance and support, Stan. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Anything we can do to help you, let us know.
I promise.
Thank you so much, Ann. You'll
I
be
still
hearing.
think you should post it up on Undiscovered Music as a show and get another 3,500 people seeing it.
Okay. I will send you a note tomorrow. We'll figure out how we can do that because I have registered, and so we'll figure out how to get that up there for the next 2 weeks and for the August series, and it will probably become September as well. So it looks like we're going to go for another 8 weeks.
It turns out all the rest of the artists you have are already up there. It's just a matter of putting together a show.
I've got the next 2 shows,
Right.
July 21 and 28, all mapped out. We've got the next 4 Tuesdays after that. I've got 17 slots already filled up, and so we just got to massage that lineup for the month of August, and then we'll open up September as well. But we should have them together very quickly, I would think.
Name are you going to use for your venue?
I'm sorry?
What name are you going to use for your venue when you put it up?
Music my mother would not like.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds good.
Alrighty, y'all. Thanks so much for coming and supporting live music. I'm very grateful, and it was
Hi, Howie.
we couldn't have done this
Good night.
without with everybody. So good night, y'all. Get home safe.
All right.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.